Hello everyone. Some interesting news here. So Russian Telegram pages are abuzz with the news that Ukraine has launched a counterattack in Kursk. I'm going to read the reports, which I've translated. The first one here. Judging by the situation in the Suja area, the enemy offensive that we spoke about earlier has begun. It started from Suja towards Bol'shoe Soldatskoe, although we consider this direction the most difficult for the enemy. In the offensive, the enemy used mine-clearing trolls, tanks, and other armoured vehicles. The enemy has covered the attack area with electronic warfare, so many drones are used. It's possible that the enemy will try to break through in other directions. Our units are ready and are meeting the enemy with counterfire. We pray for our warriors. The next one. The Ukers have launched an offensive in the Kursk region, Bol'shoe Soldatskoe. The area is covered with some powerful electronic warfare. Nothing is flying at all. Low boys are moving. Not sure what that means. Followed by tanks and armoured vehicles, about 10 units. UPD, we met. The battle is going on. And the next one. The enemy threw reserves into the offensive in the Kursk region, attacking in the direction of Bol'shoe Soldatskoe. From the Soldatskoe district, the occupiers, I think they mean liberators there, are attacking in armoured vehicles in the direction of Berdin Bol'shoe Soldatskoe, having demined a number of areas. Now, presumably, Ukraine demined these areas using demining vehicles, rather than sending a bunch of idiots in a golf cart to demine them, as is the Russian way. In order to break through, the Ukrainian armed forces covered the area with powerful electronic warfare systems, making it difficult for our UAVs to operate. It's expected that the Ukrainian armed forces may attack in other areas as well. Urgent. Kursk direction. Offensive of the armed forces of Ukraine. The enemy uses IMRs, clears roads, and drives in armoured fighting vehicles and infantry fighting vehicles. The enemy is climbing from Martinovka to Pushkarnoye. Bars are meeting the enemy. An offensive is underway from Suja towards Bol'shoe Soldatskoe. There's also an offensive on Leondinovo. Paratroopers are fighting. Finally, this one from Twitter. The 22nd Mechanised Brigade advancing alongside the road 38K024 took control of 1.5 kilometres squared east of Marievka village. And here's a map showing the areas. So there are 3 confirmed pushes by Ukraine here so far, north of Progrebka, and then 2 of them from Martinovka, close to Suja. A few sources have reported that Ukraine has captured the settlement, but from what I can tell so far, fighting is still ongoing. So quite interesting, especially the fact that Ukraine has reportedly blanketed the area in electronic warfare devices to prevent Russian drones from operating. Now, I don't know much about jammers and that sort of thing, but I assume they're going to impact any and all drones regardless of whose they are. So, I don't know if we can differentiate between a Ukrainian one or a Russian one. I don't think we can. So, the area of this offensive, at least within the range of the jammers, I expect Ukraine too can't use FPV drones. The fibre optic cable ones, however, are immune to jammers, so they can still be used by both sides. Well, this sounds like quite a large scale attack. It's taking place in 3 areas as seen here. Now, no video is shared yet. It's just Russians panicking on Telegram about it and some Ukrainian sources reporting it. So we do need to wait for further confirmation. But certainly, this is an area we are going to have to keep an eye on now. Ukraine has been on the defensive in Kursk since September or October, holding off Russia's counterattacks. The main bulk of Russia's counterattacks, featuring North Koreans, has been in the western part of the Kursk incursion. This one you can see is in the eastern part. Now, I don't know whether this is intended to be a large-scale attack and advance even further, or maybe it's just for Ukraine to gain the initiative by launching an attack before Russia could launch its own counterattack in this area and disrupt Russia's plans. Well, it's certainly got Russians panicking a bit. Hopefully it's a success and we hear that Ukraine has captured some new settlements in Kursk. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. Now I'm going to play a video from Cars for Ukraine about the ongoing fundraiser, which is nearing its end now. Big thanks to everybody who's helped out so far. Thanks so much and take care everybody.
Бажаю здоров'я. Ми група ударних та розвідувальних БПЛА, які працює на півдні нашої держави, а саме на Херсонському напрямку. Звертаємося до команди Бандера Автомобіль та Car for Ukraine про допомогу нам з машиною пікап або позашляховик для виконання бойових завдань, доставки безпілотного майна на наші позиції. Дякуємо за розуміння. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!